I know I shouldn't push, but I was trying to push her way to go, let's just take a minute, step back and breathe. And she got me for a phone.
Utah police released this body camera footage showing their encounter with Gabby and her boyfriend before she disappeared. You saw some of that earlier in Evan's story, but here's more. A witness called officers after seeing the couple get physical, and tonight domestic violence experts looked at much of that video as well. Fox 13's Brianna Ardano joins us now live with this one in Tampa with their reaction. Hi there, Brianna. I know this certainly shows a lot of tension between the two.
And Mark, officers ended up talking to both of them separately and ultimately did not cite Gabby with domestic violence. And tonight, those survivor advocates tell us that there's a lesson here in checking in with others.
What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
This body camera footage from Moab police in Utah shows officers talking to Gabby Petito before she disappeared. A witness called officers about a potential domestic violence situation on August 12th after seeing Gabby and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, argue and get physical.
She talks about her mental health issues, her OCD specifically, and that that there was some tension between the two. He acknowledged tension between them, so you could tell that this was an escalating situation.
Clara Reynolds with the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay tells us remotely they handle calls all the time from people looking for help in domestic violence situations. Reynolds watched the body cam video and says it's important to trust your gut if you see something.
So at least at this point, there is recognition that within a couple of weeks of the disappearance, that there was at least one interaction that demonstrated that there were some issues between the two individuals.
The video also shows police asking Brian about the scratches on his body. Officers did not charge or cite Gabby because she says she didn't intend to harm him. But what Mindy Murphy saw in the video paints a different picture of Gabby being the victim. She works with domestic violence survivors at the Spring of Tampa Bay.
So it was not unusual to hear her taking responsibility for her behaviors and kind of, and him not taking any responsibility for his. I tend to think that probably there was a lot more that he did to contribute to the situation than at least I saw in that first 20 minutes.
The couple was separated that night for their safety. Domestic violence experts say the video shows how important law enforcement training is in those situations.
But it's really important that law enforcement knows what they're doing, that they give a potential victim space to be able to safely talk about what's been going on.
And victim advocates say that it is also important to watch for any signs that may be wrong because every couple is different and those signs may come up as physical or even behavior changes. And so they say that it is important for